Hello, there have been some recent inquiries about lightning, and admittedly for OTK, the lightning card pool is quite shallow. But we're going to give it a crack with Navalea as the carry, so let's get into the divinations, the decks, the perks, and the pathing. For divinations, we got very aggressive, rolling a whopping 14 fast divinations and taking a scroll of speed on Evelyn and a trace on Andrin. An unstable power. Nothing. A scroll of speed and a war paint. A fortune telling and a chant of initiative and a zap. A scroll of speed. A detection and a clarity. A transmission and a deflect. A trace. A charge, corrupted, very important for the lightning build, and a vigilance. A scroll of speed, also very important for the lightning build. An unstable power and a trace. Nothing. And nothing for the 14th. Let's head into town. Okay, here we are about to head out of Act 1 town. And one of the benefits of rolling 14 fast divinations is your shard economy is incredible, and so Andrin's deck is near perfect. We have our chance of initiative, our detections, our opening hand's always going to be trace, trace, vigilance, vigilance. We have an upgraded setup because we could afford it, same with scavenge, and then we have an additional deflect just to thin the deck. Any excess energy will be going on detection and uproot. We have to get chant of initiative on Evelyn, and we have to put expert tracker on Evelyn. If we cannot get expert tracker on Evelyn, then we are dead. And the reason we would be dead is because the top cards of Evelyn's deck are going to be awful, but deliberately so. We have stacked the top of Evelyn's deck with 7 and 8 cards, scroll of speed, scroll of speed, scroll of speed, unstable power ×3, and shifting scroll. And the intention with Andrin is to expert tracker all of these away. I never, ever, ever want to play these at all. And that's going to essentially thin Evelyn's deck to 8 cards. So we will always have at least 2 transmissions in Evelyn's hand, as well as ideally a scroll of speed, 1 for each of Laia and Navalea, and a couple of Rains. So that's the idea. Is I rolled so many divinations to try and get as many innate cards as I possibly could, and you can see we got a good stack of innate cards. We're going to stick those 7 on the top of Evelyn's deck, essentially making Evelyn's deck 8 cards only. Now usually Laia goes next, and Laia has a lot of deck manipulation also, fortune telling ×2, scry ×2, otherwise it's the usual plan, clarity, helping hand, lay on pause, and benediction all onto Navalea if we can possibly get it, so that she has 10 inspire and as much bless as possible. And then because we have so much deck manipulation on Laia, the scries, the fortune telling, Navalea, we're doing the same thing, a little bit less than Evelyn. We're stacking Navalea's deck with 5 innate cards that we actively do not want. So charge, 2 unstable powers, a war paint, and this scroll of speed. Those will sit on the top of Navalea's deck. We're going to be using fortune telling and scry, some combination of those to get those off of Navalea's deck. We also have trace on Andrin. So we're curating Navalea's opening hand to try and be the 10 cards that we actively want, just because the pool of cards is so bad for lightning. So you can see we're going to draw war paint, so this will be our powerful. We're going to get 7 powerful. We'll have 2 life taps. We'll have an electricity manual because the plan is to play Shock Nova, electricity manual back the AoE because it's literally the only lightning AoE that we have, and then be able to life tap in order to replay a second Shock Nova with zaps and maybe a vengeance to finish off the enemies. So it's a heavily curated game plan here. We have to get Shock Nova, electricity manual, and Shock Nova to make it through these fights. Now, of course, life tap uses life, which is a finite resource, so we have to play Laia because we can heal up Navalea with Lay on Pause and essentially yo-yo Navalea's health by using life tap to get low, increasing the damage from the passive Hatred, which is predicated on how much missing HP you have. But then Laia is going to heal Navalea back up in every single fight, and we are able to out-heal the life taps over the course of the acts. As for Navalea's perks, pretty straightforward stuff. We're only perking 2 speed because she will go to a base of 16, which is the same as Laia, we want them to be at parity so that Laia goes first. We don't need the extra speed here. Physical, we're going Fury, increases damage 5%. Elemental, we're playing Lightning, so we're going all the way down the Lightning tree. Same with Spark. Powerful, increases damage by 10% per charge. A little bit of Wet, just in case. And then on Mystical tree, obviously we're going Bless. Increases damage by 1.5 per charge. No longer increases healing received. Fairly similar story with Evelyn. We're going full speed because we do need to be as fast as possible. Perked fast because of scrolls of speed, or in case we pick up an armor like slippers that give us fast. On the physical tree, we're having vulnerable, maximum charges increased by 1. Perked a couple of block in case we get some armor for something like Dark Ritual to block the damage. Elemental, Wet, some powerful in case we get it. We're having Spark increase in case she's applying that. Support characters, Inspire draws an additional card. And I think that's it as far as Evelyn's concerned. Straightforward stuff on Laia 2, going all the way down the speed tree to get up to 16. Slow and vulnerable for Piercing Howl. We're doing evasion in case we pick up an evasion armor, so that we can play Fanaticism. And in the energy tree, I do like doing the 6 or more refund 1 energy. This counts for overchargeable divine power, so we'll get a refund on overchargeable divine power when we spend 6 or more. Because of Piercing Howl, we're going extra vulnerable. In the elemental tree, we're going additional charges of powerful for divine power. I just mentioned support characters enjoy the Inspire, draws an additional card, and obviously we're going Bless. For Andrin's perks, we went fast, obviously, as because of Chant of Initiative. We went speed to make him as fast as possible. Slow in case we play Rupture or Captivating Voice. Mark for obvious reasons. Had a few perks left over, so went Evasion just in case we didn't have enough reach and had to play Ballad of Evasion. Went Sight, Dispels, Stealth. We're playing Uproot, so an additional vulnerable charge. In the elemental tree, we're having Wet, reduced lightning resistance, so Andrin's going to chip in with that perk, and that's pretty much it as far as Andrin's concerned. Now, in terms of equipment, I bought this Gloves of Agility on Laia. We're actually not playing Fanaticism right now, so it's going to be useless until we pick a couple up. But I do really, really like this. It's going to give us free energy without taking damage. Picked up absolutely nothing on Evelyn, nothing on Navalea, and then I was feeling a little bit nervous about this run, so I bought this Emotional Support Bunny on Andrin for good luck. So that's the setup. Notably, as I head out of town here, we are going to do the high score path. I'm not going to go up here to honest work. We're going to come down and do the lost sheep. And notably, I do check the caravan. I talk about how to do this. And I'm actively not buying the Orb of Storms on Navalea because I want a pressure test for science. Can we clear? Obviously, this item would be great. But I thought, no, I'll do a few extra divinations, and I'm deliberately not going to buy this just to see if we can still clear without this kind of best in slot item. So with that in mind, let us jump into fight 1, see if we can get it done. Okay, we'll trace and we see everything that we want. Chant of Initiative and Expert Tracker, have to get those on Evelyn. Speed her up. I'm going to Expert Tracker everything off the top of Evelyn's deck. We don't want any of it. We'll take these two, I think, off of Laia's deck and pass the turn. Perfect, perfect. So we'll rain. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. We're ahead of the enemies, so we can pass the turn. Okay, we'll scry ourselves. Getting rid of these two. We'll draw with expected stick back delay response. Not going to need that. Bunch of Inspire, bunch of Bless. Slow down the enemies. And then we'll look at Nav's top 5. And we can get rid of all of these, but I'm actually going to keep the War Paint. I don't want to overdraw. We want to Lightning Manual back the Shock Nova. You'll see what I mean in a second. Because we're going to start with a War Paint. And now we won't overdraw, if you see that. That's why we kept this War Paint. And now we should, in theory, start with a Vengeance to get ourselves as low as possible. But I want to maximize the lightning damage. So I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to Shock Nova. Shock Nova again. I really just want to do lightning damage this run. Normally, when I've tried lightning, I play cold spells and convert them to lightning with Evelyn. But here, we're going lightning. I'm not playing any non-lightning spells. And we will begrudgingly finish off Jasper with a Vengeance, doing non-lightning damage. But, fun fact, this is the last time during this run that we'll deal non-lightning damage with Navalea. From here on out, it's lightning damage only. And I'm not going to play any non-lightning spells. We are going to play Vengeance, the class card on Nav. Not going to take any of this. And yeah, lightning damage only. I'll be very, very disciplined. First Corruptor fights are up against heavy weaponry. We'll get rid of these off the top of Andrin's deck. This Uproot is useless because they're immune to Vulnerable. So we'll stick it back on top. Chant, Eve, Tracker, Neve, ditch the garbage. That's pretty much it. We'll trace like this, I think. Get rid of these. Yeah, that was good. Now, we're almost always drawing 2 Scrolls of Speed. One of the nice things is, on Eve, we do have Scrolls of Speed on the top of the deck, so if Scroll of Speed is the very, very last card and we absolutely need it, can't get a Piercing Howl, for example, on Laia, then we have outs to draw Scroll of Speed. 1 each, transmission each. Passing turn. Okay, what's on top of the deck? Take a look. We don't need the delay, we don't need the howl. Might as well draw. Stick back one of these, I think. All for you. And we can yo-yo Navalea's health. You see how we're healing Navalea up at the moment. Okay, we'll draw. Go up to 7 powerful. And then we'll start with the life tap. And we'll do another one. We're going to yo-yo Navalea's health. And we're maximizing here the hatred passive. The lower health she is, the more damage she does. So, I'm going to Shock Nova. It's working. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. Kill the volley. We're going to not take anything. We have to be very, very prudent, not taking too many cards. But one thing we are going to have to take, unfortunately, is the low self-esteem. Because for high scoring, we want to critically fail this roll and fight the farmer. And therefore, we're going to suffer from low self-esteem for our troubles. There you go, in every character's deck. Horrendous. This is that fight. Sometimes this guy stealths himself very, very quickly on turn 1, which is why we are playing the Sight Dispel Stealth, literally just for this fight, because this guy, the local werewolf, he can make himself stealth, and that can be a bit tough to OTK. So that's the only reason I perk that perk, just in case he does that. We'll do the usual game plan. It's a lot of damage. Skipped straight to Nav's pop-off turn there, obviously. Not taking anything. Very disciplined, and okay, come on. We've practiced this. Yeah, we're good at the game. We're good at the game. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip up ahead to the Corruptor fight just before the imp statue here. Okay, we'll trace. Found the good stuff. The self-esteems are annoying. We just have to do a bit more deck manipulation now. But we have a lot of redundancy, so I'm not too nervous about that. Get rid of something like this is fine. Trace. Again, get rid of delay response. Don't need that. Speed up Eve. 1 for you. 1 for you. One for you, and one for you. Passing the turn. Amazing turn. I don't know, I think it's awesome. Alright, we'll do something like this. Draw. Stick the self-esteem back. Oh, beautiful turns. Look at that. We'll lay on pause first. Just to get a bit more heal, because we're going to go back down. We're going to yo-yo Navalea's health. Draw. Let's see, we still got through the entire deck fairly easily. Go down low. Shock Nova. Lightning Manual. It's so bad compared to Gold Snap. Shock Nova. And finish him off without having to Vengeance. We obviously could Vengeance. I want to do lightning damage. Not taking anything. And we got a card remove, which is amazing. So we're going to get rid of the low self-esteem. Otherwise, the deck's pretty much exactly the same as when we left town. And one of the nice things about Lightning is that even though Shock Nova is much, much worse for OTK than Cold and Fire, we are trying to fail this roll. We're trying to get a 4 or more to fight the Imp. And one of the benefits of playing Shock Nova is it allows us to fail to fail the roll. So maybe Lightning is OP, who knows? Let's take down the Imp. We're straight to Nav's pop-off turn against the Imp. As you've seen the game plan, we are not going to use Vengeance. We're just going to do a ton of damage with Shock Nova. And a couple of zaps to spare. Didn't even need to use Vengeance. We won't take any of this. This is huge. We're level 2. We'll take the potion on Navalea. She'll always have good use for the energy. I actually don't think I need any of this. I'd normally like the powerful items, but we have so much powerful redundancy that I don't think we need. I'd rather have the 35 gold. And we will definitely level up Evelyn. Enchant weapons, we're going to be converting Vengeance to Lightning. And so that's the only real conversion that we're going to be doing is just on the class card Vengeance for Navalea. So we'll definitely take enchant weapons. It's going to be huge for our single target. And then we'll hold the other level ups for now, and I'll see you in the Battlefield fight. Okay, because we're at level 2, Evelyn's deck is now 16 cards. There's a little bit of a chance that we don't get enchant weapons, and we really do need it for Vengeance to convert it to lightning damage. So instead of doing Uproot, I'm actually going to be a little bit aggressive in deck manipulation on Evelyn, just to make sure that we get the key card. I'm actually going to get rid of the Scroll of Speed and the Mana Gem, and I'm going to bank on getting the Piercing Howl on Laia. We'll ditch these, something like this. Passing turn. Okay, so we only have 1 Scroll of Speed, as you can see. We do hit the enchant weapons, and we'll be doing electric weapons for obvious reasons. On to Nav. Okay, with Laia, we are going to hopefully hit the Piercing Howl. We do. We can put back this Detox, don't need that. Got a Benediction first. It's actually slightly less of a heal on Lay on Pause, so more damage on Nav for the mini-boss. And then I'm actually going to keep 1 War Paint on the top because we have 2 draw now in the deck. Passing to Nav. Here's our first draw. We drew. We obviously have the boon. Heat Surge is our second draw. And we'll life tap twice, get ourselves nice and low. And he's on 563. Down to 118. That's like 440 damage. This Nav is just ridiculous. What a strong character. Less bad than I thought it would be. I'm not going to take the Superconductor on Evelyn. I don't think we need it. You can see our game plan. Nav's our damage dealer. I'm going to skip this. It is an amazing card, and it's obviously upgraded, but I don't think we need this. You see, we held the level ups. Not going to take any of this. Normally do like leather gloves, but we have a lot of powerful redundancy already, so I'm not going to take it. Just take the money instead. And we will skip ahead just a little bit after I fight the rift. I'll come see you back down here. We dispatched the rift. We just visited Otis, and at Otis's node, we picked up this iron wand on Navalea, which is a great find. We head up here. We're going to head down here to the river path afterwards. And we'll take a thorn proliferation. And this is actually not that bad with Navalea. We can use this to our advantage. And what I've done here is skip straight to Nav's pop-off turn. And what you can see is we're short on powerful. We have War Paint still in the deck. So I could always restart, try and rejigger the hand. But instead, what I'm going to do is War Paint just to get up to 3 powerful. And we're going to life tap ourselves down. We'll Shock Nova, hurt ourselves, increasing the damage, and we're going to use the Thorns to our advantage, at least in Act 1, to clear, and we clear just pretty safely, actually, with 12 health. I will take this setup on Andrin. As you know, it's a card I love. Not going to take any of this. Don't think we need Battle Plan on Laia either. And what I will do is skip ahead to the Dryad fight. Okay, you can see we're at the Dryad fight. One thing that you want to be really careful of if you're running this strategy with Navalea is she cannot be too low going into this fight, because the Dryad, I think, does like 22 damage or something like that, straight out the gate. Very, very quick, because there's a 1 in 4 chance, obviously, that's going to hit Nav. So we have to go in with a little bit of health. We can't just go in with a couple of health. So after the Thorns proliferation fight, we were a bit mindful to keep Nav's health a little bit higher in the subsequent fight, and then we'll go into the Dryad. You can see the Dryad's 27 speed, very, very quick, and she does hit Navalea. Which is quite funny. That's why we had to be over 22 coming into this fight. We'll obviously heal past the burn. Should be okay. Searching for an uproot here, so we'll dig through the deck. We find one. Still need to speed up Evelyn. Same deal as Belfior. We don't need the scroll of speed, don't need the transmission. We're looking for enchant weapons, so we're going to guarantee it. Now we do actually get rid of the the burn from Navalea here. So I could just keep her at 2. Don't need scroll of speed. Laia, she's head. Could keep her at 2, but I do want the bless from Leon Pause. So I am going to, yeah, it's here on the top anyway. So I am looking for Leon Pause just because it gives us bless. We'll get down nice and low on Nav anyway. Give me clarity. Continue inspiring her. We can get rid of absolutely everything off the top of her deck because we have 2 draw. Benediction, Leon Pause, just for the extra bless. And then we'll go back down with life tap anyway. We'll draw, give ourselves powerful, double life tap down to 7. And I think this vengeance is going to do a lot of damage. It does. And we'll finish them off with a Shock Nova. I will take this Expected Prophecy on Laia. Love that card. Don't need the 3rd setup, I don't think, on Andrin. We already have 2. I think 2 is enough. You can see we're still only level 2 on Evelyn. Held off on the other level ups for now. Just haven't felt like I needed them. I'm going to take this Ball of Wool on Laia. We have a lot of gold, and I don't hate slow. I'm going to take, obviously, the Forest Crown on Andrin. And then as it relates to the Dryad Mask, this is obviously extremely strong. It does remove some wet. It eats a lot of the enchant weapons procs. So deliberately, I'm actually not going to take the Dryad Mask, just in the name of science. We're going to keep going with what we're doing at the moment. Okay, and with that in mind, I'm going to run up here and then see you at the yellow fight. Okay, one of the downsides with high scoring is you crit succeed the roll if possible into Ymir, and unfortunately that heals Navalea up. We would obviously like her to be low, but we cannot for this fight. We're going to keep drawing here. Looking for expert tracker. There it is. Get rid of all those, and then I don't think we need these two. This guarantees us enchant weapons. And one for you. And then electric weapons. You know the drill. Well-oiled machine. We have a very, very controlled game plan. Alright, I don't think we need all these. But back this expected. Working clarity, delay, clarity, because Navalea will still be fast enough. We can fortune telling, everything off the top apart from a war paint, piercing howl, and benediction. Didn't find lay on pause, but I'm kind of okay with that. We do need to be low, so we only have 3 blessed, but I think we should be okay. Okay, I'll draw, and I am going to start with the life tap just to lose a bit of health, and then now we're going to start with vengeance just to get us into the hatred passive. So I would normally end with this, but you know, we want to get low, so I wanted to do that to put us as low as possible. Then we'll life tap again so that we have all our energy. If we didn't do this, we would not have been able to electricity manual back the Shock Nova. If I had life tap twice, it would have been a waste of an energy, so we would not have been able to cast this a second time. That's why I did the energy tap at the end. And he is down. That was surprisingly smooth. I will take this Scroll of Intellect. I do like Equivalent Exchange, but I think this is better tempo for the early game. Don't need any of this. Don't need any of this. You can see we're still level 1. We did take, you may have noticed, we took this bucket on Evelyn, but otherwise I think the equipment is largely as you've seen it. So we'll loot the chests. We will take the leather boots on Evelyn, make her faster, and I think nothing else. And I will see you in Act 2, where we're headed to Velkrath. Alright, here we are about to head out of Act 2 town. And on Andrin, I bought this Rupture, just in case we needed to slow some problematic units that were quick. We bought the second Adrenaline, and this is usual stuff on Andrin. Deck looks great. On Laia, we are removing the Bless package that we had before, and instead we're doing Divine Power. You can see that I also bought a Fanaticism, because we picked up this Gloves of Agility in Act 1 that we made no use of, and now we will with Fanaticism. I also picked up this Repair Armor in case of Thorns Proliferation, which I'm a little bit nervous about, so playing that on Laia. We still have the deck manipulation in terms of Scry and Fortune Telling that we had previously, and I think I removed a Clarity. On Evelyn, doing exactly the same thing. I upgraded a couple of Reigns and upgraded the Scroll of Intellect to Draw, which should give us a lot more redundancy. Should be able to get through the whole deck now. And game plan is exactly the same as before. Nav, same thing. We are still playing Charge, still playing Unstable Power, still playing War Paints. I changed these War Paints to be an 8, and now these will be the top 5 that we're getting rid of. We don't need these anymore for the Powerful. So previously, if you remember, we had 2 War Paints for the Powerful. We'll be getting Powerful from Divine Power. So now they can sit on top of the deck and be traced away. And instead of those 2 cards, we'll be getting a Blood Rage, which I bought in town, and a Superconductor, which is actually a really good spell. Jump is a multiplicative buff, does a lot of damage, and yeah, really happy about this one. It's a good lightning spell, like the one good lightning spell that we were looking forward to play. Other than that, I bought this Jade Ring on Laia and Lapis Necklace on Evelyn. We want preferably to get Evelyn to 18 base speed, if possible, for the Hydra fight later in Act 3. I think that's everything. Oh no, in fact, one more thing. We bought Rifty on Navalea, again for Thorn's Proliferation. So that's everything. You can see we're actually leaving with 1,000 shards. I could, in theory, upgrade a Divine Power. Could, in theory, upgrade Superconductor with that amount of shards. But look, I think I'm going to pick up a... there's going to be a free upgrade along the way. So do I really want to sink that many shards in town? I don't think so. So we're going to head out. And in fact, our very first fight, we get this free upgrade against Armageddon. So we're very, very happy to see that. And let's see what the Act 2 game plan looks like. Okay, the squirrel's pretty quick, but we are quicker, so we don't need the disruption. You'll see we're going to get ahead of the squirrel. We'll jump Evelyn ahead. And now her deck is very streamlined. We just need to expert tracker. I'm going to draw everything we need. I think we'll get rid of Laia. Don't need Laia just yet. Probably don't need the Bless. So I'm going to do something like this. Pass turn to Eve. See, we draw off the scroll, so we get through the entire deck. Scroll for you, transmission for you, transmission for you, and we're ahead of the squirrel. Very quick speed strategy. We don't have overchargeable Divine Power yet on Laia. Something like that looks good. Yeah, this looks good. Now we get everything off the top on Nav. We're in good shape. Last turn. Now, one of the unfortunate things is we leave town on full health, so I am just going to start with throwing away as much health as possible. I guess I could have Vengeance first, but I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. We're in good shape now. And there you go. We're in excellent shape. Relatively painless. I will take this Vigilance. We'll take another Vigilance out. Won't take anything else here, I don't think. And then for our free upgrade, obviously Divine Power. Might as well do a transmission. Superconductor. We want it to be the yellow one. 3 jump plus 50 is more than 4 plus 20, if you do the math. And I guess we'll do a chant of initiative as well. So we will take a Thorn's Proliferation. I'm going to go after the resources here. Yes, this is good, but it's not that different from a normal Meditate. So I'm going to go for gold and shards, I think. We're going to have a shard intensive Act 3. We'll see how we do against TP. We'll be digging for Uproot here for obvious reasons. Get rid of these. We have a second chance, so we should be okay. We find the Uproot. Gonna keep digging though. Chant Eve. Expert Eve. I don't get bored of seeing those. Take a look on the top of Laia's deck. Alright, we'll do something like this, I think works. And then we'll get back this. Get rid of all these. Okay, passing turn. We'll do one of these to Laia. Scroll of Speed. Don't need to do the second Scroll of Speed because I think we'll find a Piercing Howl with very good reach into Laia's deck. So with a Piercing Howl, should be okay. I'm gonna draw. Put back this Scry. Draw. Put back a Scry again, I think is fine. Definitely have to lay on pause Nav. We can Piercing Howl. We don't even need our Detox. Alright, passing the turn to Nav. Nice, we Rifty the Thorns off of Saul, which is great. We're going to hit Saul as well. We're going to Superconductor Intruder, I think. I don't think it really matters. And here we go. We walk away with 13. Perfect, perfect. Exactly as planned. I'm not going to take any of this, I don't think. And then, in the spirit of time, going to skip ahead to the Minotaur fight in the Colosseum. Alright, against Astarios, the mighty Minotaur, and don't need these. On the way here, we picked up a Scavenge unupgraded, so we'll be looking for an upgrade soon on that. We'll stick it back on top. Speed up Eve. Uproot, get 20 mark on him, which is great. Ditch all of those. I'm never going to get bored of this. I don't think we need this. Don't think we need that. Yeah, pass turn. Speed you up. Speed you up. Some energy into you, because we have overchargeable divine power. Very elegant. Alright, we cannot delay, unfortunately. So we're going to draw. Put delay back. What do we have in the deck? We do have a fortune telling. We'll scry ourselves, get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Inspire. Slow him down. I will lay on pause for some health. Lay on pause, ridiculous, ridiculous card. Okay, we have our vengeance. I am going to deliberately get Nav nice and low. Let's get it down to 3. And let's see what vengeance does. She's so ridiculous. Absolutely incredible. Incredible stuff. I'm not going to take any of this. I know Shieldbreaker is kind of a cheat code against the Forge boss, but I want to see how we do without it. So I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take this up for use either. Perfect, perfect. We can level up coming out of this, which is massive. I'm going to hold some of these actually and take on this fight Melancholy, which is a good one to see because we're obviously incredibly reliant on deck manipulation. This shuffles 2 sad into each hero deck. So do we have a good enough deck manipulation to get around Melancholy? Let's test it out. Okay, coming into this fight, I did actually level up Laia to get Warrior Duality. Everyone else is still level 2. We'll take a look on top. We'll ditch everything. Really looking for Expert Tracker here. We found it. Okay, perfect. Speed up Evelyn. Get rid of all this. I think we have a good chance of finding some decent cards. So we're going to be quite aggressive here. Double Trace. Laia. That looks pretty good to me. Pass 10. Now on Evelyn, we do still have a couple of innate cards on the top that we didn't want. Some redundancy and Scrolls of Speed. More Transmission Laia. Electric Weapons Nav. And we had a couple of Transmissions and a Scroll of Intellect left in the deck. Do this. I think we'll go ahead and draw. Yeah, that looks good. Looks really good, actually. Get rid of all the crap. Get rid of these. Maybe a Blood Rage too. bunch of bless in, and we get a discount. So look at that, we get the discount from our perk. When you spend 6 energy or more, get a refund. Okay, this looks great. Not too bad at all. Bit of vengeance, the front guy. Zap him too. And then, why not do this? Squirrel. Get back a zap. And finish him off. Didn't even need to use the life tabs. Not too bad. I'm going to take this fanaticism on Laia. I'll take as many as we have evasion stacks. So looking for as many as I can possibly get, up to 3. And I'm actually going to take this prismatic field on Evelyn for one reason only. It's going to get us into the Black Forge. You'll see what I mean in a second. I saved the game. I go over how to do this in my high scoring primer. We'll take this aquamarine bracelet on Navalea. And I'll see you in a second at the Black Forge. Okay, we just had a heal at Knowledge for a Dream, and we're going to open the gates here. The reason I took the prismatic field on Evelyn is we're going to level up Evelyn. I've tested this. I saved the game and I go over how to do this in my high scoring video. And we're going to get a 0, a 2, a 4, and a 0 to get into the Forge, specifically because of displacing Evelyn's deck by 1. Very try hard, I know. So we'll head into the Forge. I'm going to go down this route, and you've seen the game plan by now. So we're going to rejoin at the Dwarven Terminator. Similar to Ylmir, unfortunately we get a heal because we crit succeed the roll coming into this, so Nav is actually quite healthy, which we actively don't want. Should be okay though. We have a lot of self-damaging cards. We'll do this, and then I'm also going to trace Evelyn just to make sure that we get our enchant weapons. We'll trace Laia as well. Getting rid of those I think is fine. Keep the draw. We'll give the scroll to Laia. Don't need the scrolls of speed. Speed doesn't matter in this fight. Team's going in the right order. I'll draw. And draw again. Nice. Scry all these off the top. Get our discounts on duality. And then again, we can put all of our energy into overchargeable divine power because we get 1 refund back for the fortune telling. And we're good to go. Now, normally, Shieldbreaker makes this trivial. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to damage myself as much as possible. And we're going to Vengeance. And we only take 1 hit from Reactive Laser, which is actually good because we want to be more damaged. And that's a lot of damage. And there you go. Forge boss down. Gonna take this bluff. Not gonna take anything here, not gonna take anything here. I'm actually gonna take this unupgraded one. I don't want it sitting on top of the deck. So I don't know if this is correct, but I have my innate cards that I don't want to draw. So I'm gonna get rid of those and take the non-innate version. We'll loot the machine. And this is going to seem like a strange choice. I'm going to take Lava Orb on Evelyn. I know it looks weird versus the bucket, but you'll see why later in the game, why I wanted to take this. We plan ahead, as you know. Yeah, taking Lava Orb. We'll come out and we'll take this fight at Heavenly Elements for a free upgrade. Yeah, and for this fight, I'm skipping straight to Nav's pop-off turn. as you can see, and we're doing a ton of damage. So I'm going to Vengeance down Graham. And here you can see Superconductor. So Superconductor, when I say it's multiplicative, what I mean by that is if you look at this all damage, you can see plus 207%. These are additive. So we have 70 from powerful, and we have 137 from our passive, hatred. And they get added together. Same with fury. These are additive multipliers. But additive multipliers is not as much as multiplicative multipliers, which for those that are not used to damage buckets, I know that sounds confusing. But these multipliers are added together instead of individually multiplied. But jump is a multiplicative multiplier. So each plus 50% is multiplicative with our base damage and with each other. So it's a lot of damage. Is long story short, jump is a ton of damage. I'm going to do this on the Halberdier, and we'll get it back. We'll do it on Graham. You can see ton of damage. Multiplicative multipliers, lots of damage. There aren't many in the game. Most of them are additive. Okay, we will upgrade our fanaticism. We'll take that scroll of intellect that we just got, make it yellow. We'll have Blood Rage do a little bit more damage to us. We want to suffer more damage for obvious reasons, and we'll take Scavenge and upgrade it. I'm going to trade in Nav's armor at the Rocky Bridge, and then we'll skip ahead to the Ignado fight. Okay, here we are against Igni. Now I know that the top two are pretty good, so I'm actually gonna draw. Get rid of these, I think, like this. And draw again. Draw again. Okay, scavenge back an adrenaline. Get Eve ahead. Unfortunately on Evelyn we have this very annoying prismatic field in the deck, so it's not quite perfect at the moment. I'm going to get rid of something like this. Should be okay. Yeah. I want to aggressively dig for divine power. Give all the energy to Laia. We missed out on a transmission because of the stupid prismatic field. Okay, we'll take a look on the top. We see divine power down there. Do something like this, I think. Draw. Stick back Leon Pause, don't need that. We did get a heal again on Navalea. We tried to get her as low as possible coming into this fight. Unfortunately, we do heal up though, which is why I'm not playing Leon Pause. Something like this is probably okay. Yeah. Big divine power. Did a refund, nothing to spend it on though. Okay, we will Blood Rage, life tap. Okay, we can't do another life tap. Vengeance for a loss. And Superconductor should do it. There'll be plenty of damage to spare. Okay, here, I'm not going to take any of this. We'll finally level up Nav. I'm actually going to go for Scourge reducing resists, specifically because we're going to go to Aquafall. And so I need the resist reduction versus duality with Defiled Legacy. The Hydras are extremely resistant to lightning, unfortunately. I'll take this Quill on Laia because we're going to go Divine Guidance, which is a book. I'm not going to take this. I think there's an argument for Crusader Helmet on Navalea, maybe for Thorn's Proliferation. I'm not going to take it. I actually don't mind Thorn's Proliferation. We can juggle and play around, especially in Act 3 when we get Heavenly Justice on Laia. So it's probably a bit greedy. We have like 6,000 gold. Maybe I should take it. I'm not going to take it. And speaking of Act 3, we are going to head to Aquafall. See you there. Okay, here we are about to head out of Act 3. On Andrin, I changed Chant of Initiative to yellow. Because, as you can see, Evelyn, she's still not at 18 base speed. So on Andrin, I'm changing 1 to yellow, just in case we need to play Eternal Lullaby against the Hydras for the OTK. So I bought this Eternal Lullaby, just in case as a contingency plan. Took out 1 Vigilance. You remember we had 2 blue, picked up this Corrupted 1, so now just playing these 2. Otherwise, I think the deck is largely similar to before. On Laia, we bought an additional Bluff and Divine Guidance. It's a book, so it's going to proc our Quill. I picked up an additional Fanaticism at the back end of the last act. We fought Melancholy, got an additional Fanaticism, and I think we took out a Clarity. Otherwise, the deck is largely similar. We're playing these bluffs because we'll be doing Heavenly Justice at level 4. Evelyn, deck is largely the same. We had 1 more Scroll of Intellect that we picked up at the back of the act, and otherwise game plan's basically the same as before. Transmission, Rain and Rain. One thing I didn't mention before is we did get rid of the Mana Gem and an additional transmission because I don't have enough hand space to do that, and I'd rather do Rain, Enchant Weapons, Scroll of Speed, Transmission, with the 7 cards that we'll inevitably get with Evelyn. And then on Navalea, we spent a lot of shards on this Bull Lightning. This is going to be our single target damage in the late game in addition to Vengeance. And it's also going to proc Defiled Legacy once we hit level 4. It's going to give us 7 + 2 Scourge. That's like 9 Scourge, which is a minus 45% resistances on the enemies. So our plan to get through the Hydra is going to proc Defiled Legacy with Bull Lightning. Other than that, we bought an Enrage, and because we have some fairly good cards now, we only have a couple of bad innate ones on the top that we're going to trace or scry away in the form of Charge and Warpaint. I also bought this Mana Gem, pretty expensive card, because we're going to need a lot of energy come the late game, especially with Bull Lightning, and so we're in fairly good shape with Navalea. On Evelyn, I did keep this card draw because we are going to go Spell Echo, so we do need to dig an extra card in the deck, so I need this card draw to do that. From an equipment standpoint, I bought this Butcher Block on Laia. On Evelyn, I bought the Turbo Boots, so there is a chance that we can get her fast enough with these 2 Chant of Initiatives because of Turbo Boots. Other than that, we still have the same setup on Navalea. And on Andrin, we have this Archmage book. So spent a lot of money in the shop. This will draw from the songs that we play in the form of Chant of Initiative and Chant of Initiative. So we are going to head out, and we will take a shop and fight heavy weaponry. Up against heavy weaponry here, so they're immune to vulnerable. I'm going to ditch these and keep Chant of Initiative as a draw, after all, because of the Archmage book. Vulnerable is useless, and for that same reason we'll get rid of Piercing Howl. Tracker Evelyn, her deck is like clockwork. We only have 5 innate cards now, instead of 7, because we can draw through the entire deck. Don't need the Scry, I don't think. Trace Nav. Only 2 bad innate cards now on top of Nav's deck. Okay, we'll give all the energy to Laia for Divine Power. Last card in Eve's deck is Scroll of Intellect. Perfect. Okay, we'll start by triggering Duality. I'll also draw because of the Quill. Keep drawing. Look at this. We can fully Overcharge Divine Power. Get a refund back. Do another one. Premium Meat into a Fanaticism. That's pretty good. Wow. Very, very strong. Passing on 10. Now it's on 30 Bless. We'll start, I think, just by vengeancing Jim up the front. Get Nav low. We obviously start on full health, which is annoying. We can Blood Rage and Life Tap ourselves. And what's funny here is if you do the math, you'll see that Superconductor is actually more damage than Ball Lightning. So multiply it out, but a jump 3 plus 50% for 2 energy is actually more damage than a 7 repeat 6. I had to be sure, I did a little spreadsheet, at least, unless I haven't messed up, I think it's correct. We will Ball Lightning poor Fennec down and want a decent health here. Just where we want to be. Not going to take any of this. And for our shop, very nice. We'll take this Jade Ring on Laia. So we do have a character now on 18 base speed. So if we need to, we can howl with Laia. So we don't necessarily have to do this turn lullaby. It's not our only out. I'll also take the Dimensional Crystal on Navalea for obvious reasons. It's kind of annoying actually that we have more HP. I want Nav to have as low HP as possible. I think that's it, and then we will go to the Crocoman Mafia. This is 120 XP, this is only 116 XP, so we'll take the 120. And what I'm going to do is skip a little bit down here until we hit level 4. Okay, we're back, and we're actually just at the boat roll, where I'm going to actually just pay 800 to get the XP. 100 XP is very good. And this is the last fight before we level up to Act 4, when we'll get Heavenly Justice on Laia, and Navalea is on 32 HP. We have no repair armor. I took it out because once we hit level 4 we don't need it. And our next Corruptor fight is Thorn Proliferation. So we'll take the pre-upgrade and see if we have to pay the price for our greed. Okay, this may get a little bit dicey. That's I'm a bit nervous about this. Obviously looking for Uproot. We're drawing, we find it. This draws us a card too. We'll trace. I think we can get rid of these. We'll scavenge back the trace. Take a look at Laia's deck. Get rid of these, I think. Be aggressive. Looking Divine Power. And these off the top of Evelyn's. Finish with an Uproot. The first round of Thorns. We'll give Laia the Energize. The speed. Don't need to scroll of speed Nav, she's fast enough. Okay, I'm not going to play any more cards. We'll draw. We'll heal Navalea, which is going to be much needed. We'll draw again. We'll draw again. Put back Scry. Fanat. Helping for our discounts. This is going to be very tight. Alright, Divine Power. 27 Bless. It's a lot of Thorns. Hit this one. I wanted to purge this one. Okay. Need to be quite careful here. I'm going to Vengeance just twice on Lana, I think. We'll Superconductor. We'll Superconduct again. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, we finished on 2. It was fine. That's double the amount of health we actually need. I won't take this. Won't take this. Won't take that. I'm going to take this Uproot. We have a free upgrade. So I'm going to upgrade Divine Guidance for obvious reasons. Gives us another overchargeable Divine Power. Evelyn's deck is perfect. Nav, going to take this Enrage, I think, ahead of the Ball Lightning upgrade. Both very expensive, but I like the Fury. On Andrin, we will do the Uproot. we'll come south here, and I'm gonna loot because it gets us a fight. We'll hit level 4, which is great. Very big power spike. This is what we were looking for. Okay, amazing. So I don't need to upgrade the gloves of agility. They're actually worse when they are upgraded. But the cloak of speed on Evelyn is great, so we'll take that. Unfortunately, we can't put butcher block on Evelyn too, so we'll put the butcher block on Andrin instead. Now we take this fight, we obliterate this fight, so I'm just going to skip it, and I'll see you in the cave when we're at level 4. Okay, and here we are inside the cave. You can see we are at level 4 on all of our characters. That gives us Spell Echo on Evelyn. We have Heavenly Justice on Laia, and we have Defiled Legacy on Navalea. Unfortunately, I had to level up Andrin to get into the cave. I had to fail this roll. Ideally, I didn't want to do that, but that's okay. We'll take this shop, and we're up against heavy weaponry. We have a very resistant unit in the form of the Seahorse here. So let's see how we go. Okay, you can see here Stormbringer is immune to Spark, immune to Vulnerable, and has 95% lightning resist. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. We'll draw. Uproot is basically useless at this point. We can actually chant of initiative Nav now because Evelyn has her cloak of speed. Okay, and that means we can get a little bit aggressive. We can get rid of 1 scroll of speed off the top of Evelyn's deck. We'll ditch these. We'll trace Nav. Get rid of these. Definitely keeping Defiled Legacy. Electric weapons like usual. Rain, pump all the energy into Laia because of overchargeable divine power. And now Laia skips ahead of Nav. Rain again, transmission for you, and a Spell Echo for you. We'll draw with our quill. Keep drawing. Keep drawing. Keep drawing. That's a lot of draw. Wow, okay, the top of the deck is great. I think we just do one of these for like 6, get our refund. Yeah. Keep drawing. Don't need this. Keep drawing. Don't need this. Okay, we will lay on pause. This is bonkers. Take a look on the top. Don't think we need Shock Nova, Mana Gem, or Zap. We'll do this for another 6. Get our refund back. And fortune telling. That's crazy. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. Okay, pass turn to Nav. He's at 90 resist, the Stormbringer. So we'll Defiled Legacy. And I'm going to go ahead and Enrage, even though it kind of grieves our lightning manual. I'm okay with that. And we will Ball Lightning. And now is at 45. Huge difference. You see Scourge there, minus 45, a little bit from Wet as well. And we can start lowering our health. We'll Vengeance this guy. Kill him in two hits. Wasted a bit of energy there. And let Ball Lightning finish them off. Without that resist reduction, it would have been so difficult. I'll take the Superconductor. Love it, as you can see, and as you know, I think it does more damage at yellow than a Ball Lightning does across the targets. And here we have an interesting choice. Obviously, Lightning Spear is fantastic on Nav, and is an upgrade on Iron Wand. But in the late game, we're actually going to have the enemies on full negative resistances very, very, very quickly with Defiled Legacy. So the difference between Lightning Spear and Lightning Book effectively is only 1 damage. This is +3, this is +2, because the damage with hit is going to become negligible very, very quickly with our build setup. So for nearly 500 gold cost differential, I actually think I'm okay to sacrifice the damage for an extra draw than I would with the spark on hit. So I'm going to take this. We'll take nothing else here, and I'll skip ahead to the Spider Queen fight. We're skipping straight to Navalea's pop-off turn here. You know the drill by this point. We're gonna go ahead and just vengeance Tula, I think. You can draw, and we'll ball lightning. Should be a decent amount of damage. Yeah, finish her off with the zap. Okay, I don't think I need a 3rd superconductor. I don't think I need a 3rd adrenaline either, so I'm not going to take any of this. I will take this dimensional crystal on Evelyn. Won't take anything here. Don't think I need Venom Fang. I like the draw from the book. We'll head out and we'll take Thorn's Proliferation for some resources. Okay, here we are, and this is much easier now that we have Heavenly Justice. We have this poison because I took a little bit of extra XP at the hatch with Andrin's character interaction there. Although I'm high scoring, for some reason the event, the Rift, didn't turn up, which is very strange. So that is a big XP loss. I'm still going to try hard though until the end of the run. Expert Tracker Evelyn. Don't need the second rain. One of these on Laia. Don't need this Laia on pause. Very healthy nav already. We can be very laissez-faire about our cards because of Heavenly Justice now on Laia, so we don't need to be very careful before. No, we don't need to be. We have to dig for Heavenly Justice though, so I'm going to draw with the Quill. Give ourselves some energy. Draw. Stick back this bluff. Look at the top of the deck. Okay, that looks great. We'll draw again. Then we can put back fortune telling, something like that. Now we'll proc Heavenly Justice. We can purge the wicked. And incredible turn. Hold one of these back. Keep one of these. Something like this is probably fine. There you go. We'll Vengeance Fill. Hurt ourselves a little bit. And probably Superconductor's fine. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. Finish him off. Nice. Finish on 14. Perfect. We are looking to heal just a little bit going into the Hydra fight. So I want to be very low. to get that heal. And here's the heal. I'm doing this for two reasons. Number one, heal Nav, and two, want to buff the Hydra. Want to give them insulate. See if we can get through it. Okay, this is perfect. They're gonna be super tanky, and you can see we're at 40. It's amazing. All right, let's see how we go. We take some damage, which is actually a good thing. We're pretty happy about that. And you can see arrogance here. The base resist is ridiculous. It's 95%. Plus 30 from insulate. Very, 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 very tanky. We'll take a look, get rid of these off the top. Keep drawing. Have to get Evelyn ahead. She's now 26. Trace like this. Grab another trace. Get rid of that. Expert tracker. And then much needed vulnerable. Now, interestingly enough, we can actually purge the insulate off of the Hydras. But I'm deliberately not going to do that with Heavenly Justice, because I would like to see if we could kill Arrogance while he's this tanky. So let's see if that can be done. Passing turn. Do something like that. Control. Heavenly Justice back. I'm going to get rid of this Heavenly Justice. Which is quite funny. I'm going to get rid of all of it. Which seems crazy. I know that's crazy. But like he's still on 92. We've applied 6 vulnerable and 8% from wet. He's still on 92. But I just want to see. I want to see if we can do it. Okay, we'll scry. I'm going to get rid of these. Flight power. Flight power. Unfortunately, I like to finish off. I don't think I need the second life tap. Yeah, I'll do it like this. Okay. Okay, can we do it? Well, step 1 is Defiled Legacy. I'm going to get back this superconductor. We'll Blood Rage ourselves down, I think. Actually, we'll Vengeance first, like this. Then we'll Blood Rage ourselves down. Life tap ourselves down to 6. And we're going to Ball Lightning to see how low we can get the resistances. Okay, so he's now on 47 lightning resist. I'm gonna go ahead and Mana Gem and Enrage up. We're gonna launch the superconductor at it. Yeah, we haven't even needed this dimensional crystal. I don't think we've actually used the dimensional crystal. We've barely even used the the spell echo. And there you go, there you go. We let them have the reinforce, and we still had a Ball Lightning to spare from our dimensional crystal. Navalea is just ridiculous. No character. Emilia could not get through them in an OTK like that. Not with the lightning resistances, but that's the power of Defiled Legacy for you. I'm not going to take any of this stuff. Don't need Storm Tiara, I don't think. Not going to take any of this. She's still without armor. Navalea. Very, very happy with that. Absolutely delighted. And I'm going to see you in Act 4. Okay, here we are about to head out of Act 4 town. On Andrin, we removed the Eternal Lullaby, but we are still playing some slow in the form of Rupture. It's a melee attack, technically, so we do get a discount from a refund from Momentum. Otherwise, on Andrin, deck is largely the same as what you saw at the end of Act 3. On Navalea, we bought a Bluff and we bought a Scroll of Intellect. We are no longer putting bad innate cards on the top of Navalea's deck. I think otherwise the deck is pretty much the same as what you saw coming out at the end of Act 3. We are going to trim this down at the back end of the act to be 15 cards plus the boon. On Laia, we have this Meditate that costs a lot of shards. We took out a Fortune Telling because I feel pretty good now about the deck manipulation that we have access to. And we're still running Bluff, Heavenly Justice as Arthur's Proliferation tech. Otherwise, the deck is largely the same. Evelyn's the spicy one. We're still playing 5 bad innate cards, so we have Scrolls of Speed and Unstable Power sitting on top of the deck. We have this Equivalent Exchange, which we're hoping to upgrade. This will be nice, just gives our characters a bit more energy at the back end of the game. And then we're playing Ignite, which is going to be amazing with our Dimensional Crystal and Lava Orb. This is going to be so much effective damage on Ignite, and it's going to be free because of Elemental Weaver. When you play a fire spell, you can refund an energy. So this Ignite is going to be incredible. It's going to be so much damage. I think that's everything. In town, I do see this Gladiator helmet, which is amazing on Navalea, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to hold on to the money for the slimes, and I don't really want to do too much Fury Cheese. I'm going to hold on to the money for the blobs. So we will head out, and we'll take Fight 1, and we'll improve the quality of our card rewards. Alright, let's take a look at the top. It's pretty decent to me. I love that these draw us a card. We can actually do one on Laia and one on Nav. We don't even need to scroll speed anymore on Evelyn. It's pretty cool. The Brutes are useless, they're immune to vulnerable. So I'm just going to go ahead and expert tracker Evelyn. We actually don't need the Ignite for now. We can't afford it, don't have enough energy, so I'm going to get rid of that. Trace. Nav, we certainly don't need Piercing Hell. Don't need Lay on Pause. And we'll trace Nav as well. Sorry, we'll trace Laia in the first instance. Get rid of these. Might as well trace one more time for good measure. Looks pretty good. Okay, we'll draw. Get all the way through Evelyn's deck, easy peasy. Double the rain. Really hoping to upgrade this Equivalent Exchange, make it free. Last turn. We are silky smooth at the moment. Can meditate, bluff. Just trying to draw through the... I'll take a look at the top of the deck. Don't need Heavenly Justice. We don't need the Scry. Just keep drawing. Draw again with Divine Guidance. Draw and put back this bluff. Wow. Great turn. I think I could do one of these for 6 energy, get my refund. Go back up, do another one for 7 energy, get my refund. Maybe get rid of a zap or something like that. Yeah, this should be fine. We want to get Navalea low, so I'm going to Vengeance Celsius. And then we are going to Blood Rage Life Tap. I'll might as well draw. And Ball Lightning. Get the resistances down. It's a lot of damage. Might as well Life Tap again. And we'll do a Superconductor. Should be enough. Yeah. It's a ton of damage. I don't think I've used a Dimensional Crystal yet. It's quite funny. Okay, I'm not taking this. Don't need this on Evelyn. It's not her job. And then what we'll do is I'll rejoin you once we've hit level 5. Okay, here we are. You can see we're just about to head into the Twins fight. We've hit level 5. It really doesn't matter on Laia. I'm just going to do Beacon of Light. Evelyn, we definitely want Elemental Weaver to make our Ignite free. And then on Navalea, Normally when I go Scourge can stack, but we're actually going to do so much resist reduction between all of our Spark and the Scourge that I'm actually going to go with Unrelenting Resentment. And it's part of why Navalea is so good, is you can mix and match. And here I think this is more effective damage. Then we don't need Unholy Blight. We already have more than enough resist reduction. And so we'll go and take on the twins. One thing to mention, not sure if I mentioned this, but I bought Asmodee in town. It's slow and it's Mark on Andrin, which is great. We took the blobs on the way here. We also found a couple of upgrades. So the Meditate is upgraded, the Equivalent Exchange is upgraded, and on Navalea we found an Enrage on the way here too. We'll take a look on the top. And I actually don't have enough draw, so I'm going to get rid of these uproots. We'll start proccing Wild Hunt. Do one of these on Nav, I think. And I do have to do this on myself just to get some more draws, get it set up into the discard pile. Keep chaining through the deck. Do one of these on Laia. Sure, we'll hit Dusk. Nice, we found a trace too. We'll do the trace on Laia. Get aggressive, get rid of this stuff. We'll expert track Evelyn. And because we're level 5, we're keeping the Ignite. The Ignite is a huge damage increase. It's, you'll see, we're going to be playing it on Navalea. And it's going to be 22, but this will be very important against the final boss Archon, because we heal going into that, so we have to get Navalea into her passive Hatred form. And we get an energy as well from the rain that we can pump into Equivalent Exchange. This is it's a cold spell for Elemental Weaver. Pass turn to Nav. Sorry, to Laia. The Spoiled Meat is a buff. It's actually going to go up to 20. Look at that, you're up to 26 plus. It's quite funny. We'll Helping Hand Nav. And I think we'll draw, put back Lay on Pause. Get rid of Lay on Pause and Heavenly Justice, we don't need those. We'll draw. Stick back a Meditate, I guess. Bluff into it. Okay, we're in really good shape now. We'll Divine Guidance. And we'll Meditate up. We can do this for 6, get a refund back. Fanaticism. We can do this for 7, get a refund back. Take a look on the top. Don't think we need any of this. Don't think we need these either. And you'll see. So look, 181% is currently Navalea's damage multiplier. 181. Let's pass the turn, feel the burn. So it was 181. Now it's 287. That Ignite was 100% additional damage multiplier from a free spell. Obviously we had Dimensional Crystal. Very, very good. It's pretty funny. I'm very proud of. I hadn't seen that before, so I thought it was pretty cool. Pretty cool tech. We are going to reduce their resistances a lot with the Ball Lightning. Proc Defiled Legacy. Going to hurt ourselves with Blood Rage. And I think Superconductor should be good enough, I think. Yes. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the Ignite tech. Now, I love Book of Nightmares, but like I mentioned at the very start of the run, we're playing lightning spells only, so no Book of Nightmares. Gonna stick with lightning. For the items, I'm gonna take this Continuum Blade. We have 2 bluffs on Navalea, so I actually prefer Continuum Blade here. Not gonna take anything on Evelyn. I prefer Dimensional Crystal to Butcher Block. Same with Nav. And I don't think we even, functionally this does nothing for me when it's upgraded. So just gonna stick with the current one. Okay, and what we'll do is I'm going to rejoin you. You've seen the level 5 game plan. So I'm going to rejoin you just before the final bosses. Okay, we're in fact just at the corruptor fight before the final bosses. And I'm showing this just because, number one, we do a lot of damage. As you can see. And number two, we got a shop. Now, probably the right thing to do is to take this lightning spear. I'm not going to take it. I want to see if we can get through with our trusty lightning book. I think the lightning spear is probably better. But I'm not going to take it. I have a game plan. I'm going to stick with what we've got. And going to come here. Now, the only card we don't want to get is Lay on Pause, because we actually want to keep Navalea low. So hopefully... Okay, fine. Fine game. We're going to take our card remove. Going to get rid of Lay on Pause as punishment. So this goes bye-bye. I don't need it anymore, but also as punishment. And on Nav, you can see the deck is a lot more streamlined. I took out a Superconductor. Obviously, the Shot Nova is long gone. And for the final bosses, just going to be looking for single target to gun them down on turn 1. And on Andrin, I'm going to take out a Chant of Initiative. The decks are very streamlined. We changed Uproots to blue. On Nav, I think you've seen the entire deck. Evelyn, her deck is perfect. Laia, these bluffs are now 0 cost. We took out Heavenly Justice. Very, very streamlined deck. So we'll head into the final bosses, and we'll give this to Navalea. Asmodee putting in some work already with some slow and mark. Handshook's already behind our team. I like what I see here. I'm just going to keep all of it. Start rocking Wild Hunt. Don't even need that. Well, Uproot, Uproot, Scavenge back, and Uproot. We can expert tracker Evelyn. Get rid of this garbage. Her deck is perfect. I think maybe we get rid of a Zap. We should be able to get through all of Nav's deck as well. Okay. Energy for you. We'll ignite Navalea. Trigger the Dimensional Crystal. Energy for you. Rain. This gives us energy because of Elemental Weaver. One for you. Equivalent Exchange. And enchant weapons, Spell Echo. Perfect. Beautiful. Like clockwork. Alright, we'll start drawing because of Continuum Blade as well. We'll delay and then Helping Hand just to get Navalea back ahead of Handshook. We'll draw like this. We'll Expected. And we'll put the Unexpected back like this. Trigger another Duality proc. Oh my god, unbelievable. Okay, we'll do one of these for 6 to get our refund on the perk. Go back up to 10 energy. So crazy. Oh my god, we'll do another one for 10. Get a refund. And then, we're okay to ditch a Zap? Yeah, do it like this. We'll pass turn to Nav. Okay, we're below our threshold. We'll Defiled Legacy and Enrage. We'll draw. Okay, we have Blood Rage left in the deck. So I'm going to go ahead and Ball Lightning to get his resistances low. And duplicate it. Still have our Lightning Bug proc. And you can see he's already at minus 80%. So it's pretty crazy. We'll Enrage. We will Blood Rage, Life Tap, Life Tap. down to 19 health. That's a lot of damage. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get back this ball lightning. We haven't even used this dimensional crystal, and not spell echo yet either. There we go. Okay, we full heal with Navalea, which is actually terrible. We want her to be low. Ditch this upgrade. We need card draw. This back. Grab this. Grab a setup. Expert tracker. Draw. And we'll uproot. And I'm going to show you we actually don't need this trace. We should be able to draw through all the decks. This is where Ignite comes in clutch. So much effective damage is crazy. The last card in Evelyn's deck was Scroll of Intellect, so we would be able to get through the whole deck. Okay, we'll draw. Well, actually, spoiled meat to do a bit more damage. It's quite funny. We'll take a look on top here. Don't think we need this expected prophecy. We'll go ahead and draw. And we'll draw again. We'll delay and helping hand. And then I think we will draw again. And you can see here, this is absolutely bonkers. Here we go. Get our refund. 1, 2, 3 finessisms. Pump all our energy into divine power. Get our refund again. And we can take a look on top. We actually don't need to. We should be absolutely fine. We can get through all of the nose deck. Okay, we're getting her down, whittling her down. We'll Defiled Legacy, and we'll draw. I think we can go ahead and bluff just to draw. We'll Enrage. Okay, we're going to Vengeance ourselves down so that we get as low health as possible. Speaking of which, we're going to Blood Rain into the passive range. We'll Enrage. Okay, and we're going to Ball Lightning, proccing Defiled Legacy. Excellent, so you can win through the entire deck, and Archon is a minus 95% lightning resist. This is why we did not go for Unholy Blight, because we already have the full negative resistances. Now we can life tap, Mana Gem, and we're really low. This is actually very, very low. We're going to get back up Ball Lightning. We're going to do a lot of damage here. We have not even used the Dimensional Crystal Ball Lightning yet. And even before we use the Spell Echo Ball Lightning, we can finish him off with a Zap. So I'm very happy about this. We did not use Recurring Nightmare, lightning spells only, and we had a couple left to spare. Man, this was fun. Really enjoyed this one. And there you have it, Lightning Navalea OTK. Thank you for the suggestions. This was a real head scratcher. But just again, Navalea, she can OTK with pretty much anything. She's so strong. So the combination of Life Tap, Shock Nova, and Electricity Manual that stayed with us all the way through to the end got the job done. Hope you enjoyed this. I don't think I'll be doing any more videos until the new patch, but I will be doing a patch review and certainly a couple of runs when the new DLC is out. So thanks for tuning in, and good luck in your across the Obelisk runs.